Hello and welcome. My name is Lauren and this is the fourth installment in my coloring book collection series. This series focuses on me showing you the books that I have, the pages that I've colored in them, and the pages that I would like to color in soon. This time I am focusing on my Creative Haven collection. I have 10 books and I'm very proud of myself as I have colored in 7 of them, 3 still to go. So the Creative Haven series of books have line art by different artists, and the books in my collection are primarily by Teresa Goodridge, Marjorie Sarnat, and Marty Noble. So let's get started. The first book in my collection is Owls by Marjorie Sarnat. This book was actually a gift at the beginning of my coloring journey, and as such I've colored quite a few pages in it. Marjorie Sarnat's style is quite zen-doodly. She has symbols and flowers and planets and stars in her animal images. This is not my preference when coloring animals. I prefer realistic images. Nevertheless, I really enjoy this book and I love owls, as you can tell from my tablecloth. Anyway, the first page that I've colored is the first one. I used polychromos pencils and I used a Prismacolor blender to blend the wood. I'm actually quite proud of my very first page in this book because it's from early on in my coloring career, before I was really good at shading, but I nevertheless managed to get a nice shading and gradient on the background. The next page that I've colored is this one. The Creative Haven pages can actually be removed from the books, and that's what I did with this one. I removed it because I wanted to use watercolor pencils. So I taped it down and I used Faber-Castell Aqua Grip watercolor pencils and in different shades of blue. I wanted to get a glowing effect, and I more or less managed to do it, even though this is one of my very first attempts, and the zen doodly style doesn't really lend itself to that kind of effect, but I enjoyed coloring this one for a monochrome challenge. All right, the next page that I've colored is this one. I wanted to work on practicing my snow globe coloring skills, and it came out pretty well. I also used this page to practice coloring metals, which these books are very good for, actually, is practicing. So if I remember correctly, this is Spectrum Noir pencils. Yeah. Okay, the next page, just making sure that I colored, is this one. I love steampunk themes, and so this steampunk owl was just a joy to color. I really loved coloring the background and all of the metallic cogs and wheels. So here we have Inktense background, and then it's Castle Arts pencils. So we have Castle Arts for all of the other elements on the page, and I enjoyed practicing my gold and my steel and some copper colors. So this was, again, a good practice page. The next page I colored is this one. Last year I had a personal goal to color one cat in every month, so I colored this page for that personal goal, and I love the poem The Owl and the Pussycat by Edward Lear, so this was a doubly lovely page to color, and I wanted to continue this goal of coloring an owl every month this year, but I was not able to stick with that plan, even though I tried to by coloring the next page. But again, this page is colored with Castle Arts pencils. Okay, and the last page I've colored in this book is the Astronomy Owl. Again, it was for my personal owl challenge that fizzled out. But here I colored the background with Inktense and then pencil on top. In fact, all of the elements were based with Inktense and then shaded with pencil. And I really enjoyed coloring all of the gold and the planets and the galaxy sky. So this was a fun page too. Okay, in terms of pages that I would like to color, so first I want to color this owl map. So I want to try and get, the map texture, the paper, the old ancient texture for the background, and then maybe blues and pinks for some of the other elements on the page. Then the next one I want to color is this totem. I like totems. They're very original. There aren't that many coloring books that have them. I think Jasmine Beckett Griffith has a totem in one of her books, and the Mermaids in Paradise book has a totem. And I think one of the Creative Heaven books, Native American Special, has a totem, but I can't think of any others, and I like this theme, so I want to color this page with different shades of wood, and then maybe Native American colors, reds and blues, and yellows for the other elements. And then one more that I want to color is this one. Yes, the owl, who's a wizard. So cute with his little hat and his wand. And so this is another lovely page. Perhaps more practice for metallics on these chips. Yeah, with the symbols on them. Lovely page. All right, so that's my Creative Haven owls. The next book I have is Steampunk Fashions by Marty Noble. This book was also a gift that I received early on, and I've colored 4 pages in the book. As I said, I really like steampunk themes, and so this is the first page I colored. It was right after I received some soft pastels, and I wanted to try my hand at it. And I really went for an antique paper style background. It's faded a little bit from its original incarnation, but I really like the way it turned out. So here we have the contrast with the pinks and the greens with the antique paper background. And it was my first attempt at trying to color a metal. If I had to do it again, I'd make the metal a bit darker, at least like add some black to it to make it really pop out. But overall, I'm very pleased with this page. Another page that I've colored in this book is this one. Okay, so I like the fan, or I don't know, maybe wheel theme that it has going on here, and it was another page where I could practice my metallic skills. We have Inktense on the background and polychromos for the rest of the page, and I really like this color scheme of the blue background and then the oranges, the greens, and the purples. So it turned out beautifully. Very happy with this page. Another page that I colored is the Steampunk Traveler. Again, I used Inktense on the background and polychromos on the rest of the elements, and more practicing of different kinds of metals. So we have copper and gold and bronze and silver. So I'm always trying to get new color combinations for silver, because there's bluish silver and there's grayish silver. So I've got both on this page. And then one final page that I colored is this one. This is one of the earlier pages that I colored, and I was struggling with the folds and the clothes, and I could have used more grays or black to create more shadows on the folds and the clothes. That's what I would do today. Nevertheless, I really like this page. The background is watercolor, and the rest of it is Prismacolor pencils. So I really like it, and this really cute little bee too. Okay, so pages that I would like to color. We have this one. I like the Victorian style of her outfit, the corset and the dress, and I love the clock, which gives it a steampunk feel. That's actually the only element that gives it sort of a steampunk feel to it, but I like the hat and the feathers. So this is a nice page. There's actually a page that I have already started. Okay, so this is a work in progress. I found a sunset sea image on Pinterest, and I thought it would make a fantastic background. So I used the colors and the layout of the background on that picture and try to put it into the background here. And I think it came out really nicely. I like how I got the horizon. So this page looks like it's a ship porthole. And so that's how I'm going to color it. So maybe some wood grain and then some steel for the catch that opens the porthole and these stoppers. And then, I don't know, maybe purples and yellows for her dress. Okay, and another one that I want to color, yeah, is, I think it's this one. Yes, this one. So this one also, this one has more steampunky elements with these cogs. So another page where I can practice metals. And then of course she's got this eyeglass, which is an interesting thing to color. You got to make it look like it's glass, which is a challenge. Okay, and so this is a lovely book too. I need to get back to it. I really enjoy these steampunk images. Okay, the next book in my collection is By the Sea by George Tufexis. This is a color by number book, and it is the only color by number book that I have in my collection. I got this one because of the lighthouses. I really wanted to color books with lighthouses, and I couldn't find any that were regular books. And so then I saw this one, and I got it because I really love lighthouses. So I usually color in this book when I just want to do some mindless coloring, and I don't have to worry about choosing a color palette because the colors are chosen for me, and so I can just relax and color the images as the artist envisioned them. I've colored 3 pages in this book. The first one is this seaside resort. I have used castle arts on all of the pages in this book, but I want to try out different pencils on this paper, and so I am going to diversify my pencil choices in the future. So what I do is I put a base layer of whichever color is listed in the list of colors in the book, and then I do shading with darker colors. So same colors, but darker, and sometimes, yes, you even have the darker shades listed here on the side, and so I can choose them. Now, I also do some coloring, perhaps of not exactly the color that is listed in the book itself, but other shades that I might feel are more suited to the paper. So for example, these peaches, yes, are colors that are listed as colors in the page, but it's of a cloud that didn't have a number, and so I chose to color it this way. Another page that I've colored, let's see, is this one. Okay, so this one's turn the page. Okay, and here again, I don't color it exactly just the basic color. I try to do some shading, and so here in the sky, that's what I've done. I did the base colors that are listed in the book and then did some extra shading to make it look like sky, and that's what I do on all of the elements here as well. So the page does mark out where the darker color should go, but then I add extra shading with black or gray to make it even darker. Okay, and the last page that I've colored in this book is this one. Okay, and again with the water, so I did my own shading. I chose the colors that are listed, but my own shading, and I also used some white gel pen to make the feathers on the pelican look a little bit fluffier. And so, yeah, and here as well, I used slightly darker colors than is indicated in the book to get shading, because I know that's in the shade here too. Okay, also Castle Arts pencils. Okay, and some of the pages that I'd like to color are this one. Yes, first of all, it's got a dog, and it's rare to find dogs in coloring books, and dogs are my favorite animal. So I like the fact that there's this, I think it's a golden retriever, And then of course it's got a lighthouse. So I'm really eager to color this page. Okay, so another page that I want to color, I think this might even be one I've started. No, not yet. Is this page, another lighthouse. So we have the lighthouse and we have the sea in the background. This would be also a perfect sunset. Also, the book has in the back, yes, like completed pages so that you can see what it should look like. So for example, the one that I just showed you with the lighthouse is that one. Let's zoom in a bit, right? So you can see this is what it should look like at the end. So I like the fact that I can see the end result and see if mine is approaching that. But I'm also willing to make changes. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. Okay, right, and there's one more page that I've actually started, which is this one. Okay, so as you can see, here I've shaded completely, and here I've just put a base layer. So I put a base layer of the blue color, and then I'm going to shade with other shades of blue. Yes, and the birds, I made black. In the original picture, they're white, but I feel like black will pop out more from the background. Okay, so yeah, that's By the Sea by George Tufexis. The next book I have is Country Charm by Teresa Goodridge. It is the first book by Teresa Goodridge that I purchased, but it's actually an untouched book. And so I'm just going to show you the pages that I would like to color. So we have this one with the horses. They're really big horses, so maybe Clydesdale horses. I see them with fluffy manes, and I love that Teresa Goodridge's pages often tell a story. So here we have the father and his daughter traveling, and it looks like it's like from the turn of the century kind of page, which is very appealing. So I want to color this one. Another one that I want to color is this barn page. So I see a barn with wood slats and then a red roof, and this is calling to mind an autumn scene more than any other season. I also like the cute little bunnies here at the bottom, and so maybe a grayish sky perhaps to go with the red roof. We'll see. Okay, and another page I want to color is definitely an autumn page because she's got her poofy jacket. So I like this scene where she's walking her dog, because this is me. I am always walking my dog. My neighbors think I'm crazy because he likes to go on long walks. He's a Jack Russell, and even though he's 17 years old now, he likes to go for his long walks. Yeah, so this reminds me of me. Okay. The next book is Winter Wonderland, also by Teresa Goodridge. And in this book, I have colored one page, which is this one, which I colored at the end of last year. I like how I got the gradient sunset and then the girl walking her dog in the snow. Absolutely lovely page, and I'm very pleased with it. I used Castle Arts pencils, and I used some Thule Art acrylic markers to make the flicks of grass. I've actually colored another page from this book, but it's not in the book itself. Dover Publications on their website offers PDF samples of each of their books. So before I purchased this book, I downloaded one of their sample pages, which is this page. And so I've also colored this one from this book. I might redo it, even though I really love how this page came out. I might redo the book in the page in the book itself slightly differently and see how it comes out. So yeah, I love this page. I love how it came out. Okay, basically I don't really have any pages that I really love to color in this book because all of the pages are really beautiful, but I like this train page, so I might color this one. Let's see. Oh, there's a Scotty. I might color this page. Oh, that's a Scottish Terrier. Yes. So maybe that one. Oh, lots of dogs in this book. Yes, Teresa Goodridge draws dogs. There's another one. Oh, that's a beautiful page. I've seen this page colored by Coloring with Alena, and she's made these, I think they're robins. They're just beautiful with shades of blue, if I remember correctly. Absolutely gorgeous page. I'm going to tag this page. Okay, so yeah, I think this is a page that I'm going to color in this book. But obviously, I don't know. I don't really like to color seasons, so I'm not sure that I'll wait until the winter to color this page. Okay, so that's Winter Wonderland by Teresa Goodrich. Okay, so the next book is Country Kitchen Charm, also by Teresa Goodrich. And I have colored 2 pages in this book. The first one is this cutting boards page. So here I used Faber-Castell Aqua Grip watercolor pencils on the background. So as you can see, you can use water mediums in these books. Just use water sparingly. And then I went over with Castle Arts pencils to shade the background, and the rest of the elements are also Castle Arts. So some Thule Art paint pen. So Thule Art paint pen for the leaves, and to make these leaves look a little bit more bushy. I really struggled with this flower. I started off using colors that did not go well with the rest of the page. If I remember correctly, they were orange, and I really didn't like the effect. So what I did was I took watercolor pens and I added some more shading to make them pinker. And then I used a gel pen to go around each of the flower-like berries to get this effect. So in the end, I'm happy with it, but it was a struggle. The rest of the elements went pretty easy. So this is a nice page. The next page that I've colored in this book is a recent one. It's the apple pie page. So I colored this for the hashtag Color the Fairy Tales 2025 by Geordie Colors. And the prompt was apples. Well, the prompt was Snow White, and one of the sub-prompts was apples. So I colored this page for that hashtag. And yeah, I love the way it came out. It's also Castle Arts pencils and also Castle Arts Harmonious pencils. And for the pie, I based with Inktense and then shaded with pencils. And for the grass, I have a layer of alcohol markers and then different shades of green for the grass, and Thule Art paint pens for the little wildflowers. Yeah. Okay, some pages that I want to color in this book. So there's this one, this English tea page. So I can just envision going to an English tea house and having English tea with strawberries and strawberry jam and fresh baked bread. I can smell it already. It makes me hungry. Another page I want to color is also this baking page. I like to bake. I'm not that much of a cook. I don't really like to cook, but I do like to bake. So I like making scones and muffins and cakes. And so this page appeals to me. And another one that I want to color is this autumn themed page with the pumpkins and the pumpkin spice. I'd color this one more towards the autumn months. Yeah, so also nice page. So that's Country Kitchen Charm. The next book is Main Street, also by Teresa Goodrich. Most of my books are Teresa Goodrich. I really like her style. It can be quite detailed, but she draws images that I really like. They are realistic, and so it's easy for me to imagine how the page will look. And so that's one of the reasons I really like her art. I have colored one page in this book, and it's this one, the Candles and Soaps page. I colored this also using Castle Arts pencils for everything. There's no Inktense background. It's just all Castle Arts, and some Thule paint pen for the flowers on the bush and some of the highlights for the flowers and for the curtains. Yeah, I really love how this one came out. Some of the pages that I want to color in this are this page, the boutique. I think this is a fabulous opportunity to color clothing. So there's ways to color pleats in pants and folds in dresses, and I need to work on my clothing. So I wanted, and actually there aren't that many details on this page either, so it might be a quick page to color. Another page that I want to color is the toy store. I can see these balloons and pinks and this kite. Oh, and the cute little elephant. This is such an adorable page with the tricycle and wood. Her books are also good for practicing coloring wood. And this cozy B&B. So I recently finished reading a series by Nora Roberts about a B&B, and the house is like, it's a sentient house, so, or it has a ghost, I think. Anyway, so this page reminds me of that series. What was it called? The Inn at Boonesborough, I think. And Nora Roberts actually owns an inn. Another destination for my bucket list. Okay, so yeah, Main Street. Next, we have Wish You Were Here, also by Teresa Goodridge, and this is a destination book. So lots of different places from all over the world, lots of places I can add to my bucket list to go to. I've been to some of them, but not all of them, and so I'd like to go. So this is an untouched book, but I really want to color in it. So the first page that I want to color in is this one, Paris, Picnic in Paris. So I've been to Paris, and I truly never seen anyone picnicking on the Seine, but I'm sure that it's possible to do that. Everyone's so busy, everyone's running around, so picnicking on the Seine is not something I've seen, but it's a beautiful page. It's a good way to practice doing glass and coloring fruit. I enjoy coloring fruit, so there's some grapes and an apple. I think that's a persimmon, and baguette, coloring bread. This I would definitely base with Inktense and then shade with pencils on top. Okay, the next one is the safari page. So if you can't tell from my accent, I'm South African, and so I have very fond memories of going with my parents as a child to the Kruger National Park and seeing all the animals. And so we have the elephants and the giraffes. My grandmother loved giraffes. So we were at the Kruger National Park once when I was a child, and there was a giraffe standing in the middle of the road, and my grandmother was in seventh heaven because she loved them. And the next page is this London page. So the red London bus and the London taxi and the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben. Yeah, I could go to London 100 times and never, never miss out on anything, and always see new things. I need to go back. Okay, so that is Wish You Were Here. Right, now we have Enchanting Fairy Tale Scenes. This is a relatively new book that I purchased, and it's by Marty Noble. And I've colored one page in this book, also for the Color the Fairy Tales 2025 hashtag, and it's Little Red Riding Hood. I based it with alcohol markers, so all of the elements are based with alcohol markers, and then it's castle art pencils on top, as well as some Thule art pen for the curtains here, and the carpet, and yeah, this wood grain came out really nicely. I really enjoyed coloring this page. This page was fun. Okay, some other pages that I would like to color in this book are, let's see, we have Puss in Boots. He's a trickster character, Puss in Boots. Oh, I love his boots. And I like the filigree background, a good way to practice metallics as well, and also on the trumpet. Yeah, and then the pond in the background. Oh, this is a beautiful page. And it's quite detailed, but it'll take some time. But, you know, I like to color. So here we have the Snow Queen. Also a great page to practice coloring pleats in clothes, shading for the overcoat that she's got and the underdress. And then the castles in the background and the snowflakes. Yeah, also a beautiful page. Blues and pinks for this page. And last we have the Three Little Pigs, even though we only have one pig, and the wolf at the door. So we have the ivy and the roses, and I love coloring fur. So this is a good page to do fur. Okay, so that's Enchanting Fairy Tale Seeds by Marty Noble. But not least, the last book in my collection is It's a Cat's World by Tissot Goodrich. I purchased this book because Amazon was having a buy two, get one free sale. So I needed to fill up my basket, but I still love this book. It's a beautiful book, and it has lots of kitties in it, and lots of coloring fur, which, as I said, is one of my favorite things to color. It's uncolored, so any page is really perfect, but I really love this kitty who's got the tape measure in his mouth. I just hope he doesn't eat any of those pins. Yes, so this is a beautiful page, that the quilt that can be done in numerous colors. Yeah, I want to color this page. And these three little, I missed that little kitty there, lying on the piano. And this cup of tea or coffee. Oh, and books. Yeah, some of my favorite elements: tea, books, fur. And then we have this last page, also this kitty looking at himself in the mirror. This would be an interesting page to color because you would do the cat in front of the mirror, but as the cat in the mirror itself is a reflection, it would have to be slightly lighter, slightly distorted, because it's a reflection. So that would be an interesting technique to work on, and lots of wood grain as well to work on. Yeah, interesting composition for this page with the cat in the mirror. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's It's a Cat's World. I also have a couple more pages that are downloads from Dover Publications website. So I have this autumn page that I colored very early on in my coloring career. It is based with watercolor pencil, Faber-Castell Aqua Grip, and then it's got Spectrum Noir pencils on top. And I've also colored this page. I can't remember which book this is from. This one is from Autumn Charm. And I think this one is from Spring Scenes. Yeah, I loved coloring this page. I followed a tutorial by Coloring with Alena for this page because I wanted to learn how to do greenhouses. Yeah, this is also a lovely book, but I've got so many Creative Haven books that I can't justify getting any more. And then I have one more page that I've colored. Yeah, it's this one. Also a download from Dover's website, and it's the Sleeping Dog. I think this is from the Home Sweet Home book by Tissot Goodrich. Yeah, also a lovely page. Also a tutorial by Coloring with Alena. Yeah. Okay, so that's my Creative Haven collection. Thank you so much for joining me through my flip through of these books. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.